हरि ओम्। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीं प्रपन्नपारिजाताय तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। Bhagavad Gita, a conversation with God daily. In this series, today, chapter 16, shloka number 19. Tanaham dvishatah kruran samsareshu naradhaman kshipam yajasram ashubhan asurishveva yonishu. The qualities possessed by those born with a demonic nature is being explained, and we stopped with those possessing a demonic nature. They hate God who is present in themselves and also God present in others. When you violate the rules set by God for leading life, when you are not going to abide by whatever He says, then it means you disrespect Him. You hate Him. Not just that, they also hate those who possess a divine nature, those who follow the dharmic path. Now, Krishna continues, Tanaham dvishatah kruran samsareshu naradhaman shipami. Such people who are against sadhus, they are against all dharmic values, they are against those who are righteous, they are against me. Such people, I will throw them into samsara, and they will always be born in wombs of cruel beings. They will be born as lion, tiger or snake. Such births they will take. Always. If you are going to be cruel, when you possess a very cruel nature, when you want to harm others, when your heart is full of poison, then why be born as a man and have the nature of an animal? Better be born as an animal only. You better be born as a lion or a tiger. You can be as cruel as you want. You be born as a snake. You can be as poisonous as you want. So they are born in such wombs. The Upanishad says, अथ कपूय चरणा अभ्यासोह यत्ते कपूयां योनिम् आपद्येरन् स्वयोनिं वा चण्डालयोनिं वा इति. Those who do evil deeds, bad deeds, they attain lowly births. They are born as dog, pig or chandala, says the Upanishad. Asurim yonimapanna मूढा जन्मनि जन्मनि मामप्राप्यैव कौन्तेय ततो यान्ति अधमां गतिम्. And they are born in asuric wombs, again and again, birth after birth. They don't get a chance at all to follow the dharmic values. They are born in wombs where tamoguna is dominant. When you are again and again born as such cruel living beings, you don't get a chance at all to improve, to redeem yourself. And mam aprapyaiva kaunteya, without attaining me at all. They don't even have the slightest chance of attaining me, even the chance of following the path to attain me. Yanti adhamam gatim. They reach even lower conditions, still lower conditions. Birth after birth, they keep going down. त्रिविधं नरकस्येदं द्वारं नाशनमात्मनः कामः क्रोधस्तथा लोभः तस्मात् एतत्त्रयं त्यजेत्. Now he concludes. So far he had explained the demonic nature, asuric nature. He now concludes. Trividham narakasya idam dwaram. The entry to hell is because of three things. You attain hell because of these three. Kamaha, krodhaha, lobhaha. Desire, anger, greed. These three are sure to drag you into hell. Nashanam atmanaha. You destroy yourself. Once you have these three, you are no longer eligible to succeed in dharma or kama or artha or moksha. You will not be successful in attaining any of these. You will not be able to earn money. You will not be able to follow a dharmic path. You will not be able to fulfill your desires. And even when these are not possible, you will definitely not be able to attain liberation. So, these three should definitely be given up. Desire, anger, greed. एतैर्विमुक्तः कौन्तेय तमोद्वारैस्त्रिभिर्नरः आचरत्यात्मनः श्रेयः ततो याति परां गतिम्. एतैः विमुक्तः कौन्तेय. Once you are free from these three, then you attain Shreyas. Good things happen to you. What good things happen? Whatever block you had for following the dharmic path, for following the right path, all that is removed. You will not be born in lowly wombs. You will get better and better births, and you will be able to gradually improve yourself, and finally attain that ultimate goal. Finally attain that supreme Brahman. यशास्त्रविधिमुत्सृज्य वर्तते कामकारतः न स सिद्धिमवाप्नोति न सुखं न परां गतिम्. Finally he concludes, यशास्त्रविधिमुत्सृज्य, one who violates the rules prescribed in the Shastras. The Vedas, they prescribe certain do's and don'ts for leading life. One has to very sincerely, strictly follow those rules. If we are not going to do that, then if we are going to live life as we please, I will do whatever I want. Who are you to tell me? I don't believe in all these. I know what is right. Living life as you please. Such a person is not successful either in this world or in the yonder world. In the material world also he is a failure. He cannot attain success in anything. And he cannot attain good worlds after death also. He cannot attain Swarga or other higher worlds. So, one should totally give up being a dharmic. Never resort to illegal means for attaining your desires. Don't be greedy. Don't have excess desires. More than what we need. We already have so much, but still I want that, I want this, I want that. More. That also. This is not enough. I have now in lakhs. I want in millions. No, I want in crores. 100 crores. One house is not enough. So many properties. Desires endless. Such greed is to be avoided. And never harm others. Don't think others should be destroyed. Don't even think. Leave alone doing things. Leave alone actually harming others. Don't even have such thoughts. They are all against whatever is prescribed by the scriptures. So, if you are going to violate whatever is said in the scriptures, you will be a total failure here and hereafter too. Tasmat shastram pramanam te कार्य व्यवस्थितौ ज्ञात्वा शास्त्र विधानोक्तं कर्म कर्तुमिहार्हसि. Therefore, the scriptures are the ultimate authority for how to live life. What should be done, what should not be done must be known only from the scriptures. Knowing that, first, know what is said in the scriptures. Now we are listening to Bhagavad Gita. Each sloka, what is said. You've been listening. So you know, first of all, the first step is to know what is said. You know that. And then, whatever you do it based on your knowledge of the scriptures. When you are about to do something, first think, is this right? Is this approved in the scriptures? Am I following the right path? You think and then proceed. Whatever you do must be based on what is said in the scriptures. With that ends the 16th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. Tomorrow we'll begin the 17th chapter. Hari Om.